Woo! Live podcast, bud. What do you think about that one?
We live. Welcome,
bud.
welcome.
You're on the internet.
Welcome, everybody. It's 108 right now.
It's 108 where this boy's at, and it's fucking 69 degrees here because I'm about to have sex with my dog. Just kidding. I would never do that.
Dude, that's the Montana life. It's legal up there.
Yeah, they don't care. Livestock.
So, first things first, I'm starting off with a H. Upman 1844 Nicaragua medium cigar. So what I'm starting with today. And on deck, because cream things go well paired with cigars.
Oh,
I got some creme brulee right here that I'm gonna glaze live on the podcast.
What?
Yes.
Let's fucking go. I got orange cream soda. Speaking of cream.
That sounds good.
But that's all I got, bro. You got that good shit. God damn.
Smack that fly. Episode 14. Here we go.
Episode 14.
Shout out to our sponsor, Tribal Fitness, and all them bitches.
Shouts out to Tribal Fitness and the non-existent bitches that I be getting. Shouts out. Excuse me.
Did you get a cigar?
Bro, I went up to Thompson Falls, which is the other bigger town that's past Paradise and Plains. Nothing. You have to go to Missoula to get a cigar.
Is there a Walmart anywhere?
Closest one's an hour away. In Polson.
What? In Folsom?
Polson.
Oh, Polson.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That was the opposite direction of which way I was going.
That's too bad. It's a bummer.
Yeah, I have a 2021, or wait, is it 2020 or is it 2021? What year is it?
2022.
I have a 2022 August edition Justin Mint Spliff that was rolled.
Mint?
It tastes a little, yeah. It tastes a little bit like, I don't know. Have you ever had those Andes mints?
I love Andes.
Tastes a little bit like an Andes with weed in it, and it's good as fuck. The Camel Crush menthols. Or not the Crush, the Camel, what are those ones? I don't know, whatever. One of the menthol camels, and it tastes real good.
Mint Spliff, that's new.
It's my first try on this one. I was thinking like mint with the orange soda might be a thing, but it's just okay.
Ooh, this one's gonna be good.
Okay. Are you supposed to do that? Like taste it before you light it?
I like to.
Because that seems like a good control method to be like,
dude,
what does it taste like?
Bro, I just gotta throw it, dude. I haven't even lit it yet. I'm like, I hope it's not like last episode where I'm like, I need to get some water.
That's fucking hilarious, bro. Oh, also, let me say real quick, shouts out to the faux hawk or whatever that is. That's just dope.
It's the helmet hair.
That's just dope.
I'm growing it out. I'm gonna get a samurai bun. I'm gonna shave the sides and end up and then
you would look scary as fuck with a samurai bun. You would look scary, bro. And then you keep that mustache all you get that mustache all groomed up, bro. With the samurai bun, you're gonna be looking like
the Fu Manchu.
Or even just the mustache. I don't know, man.
Yeah, the Fu Manchu would be mustache.
You'd be looking like Western samurai.
Aikido.
Aikido, there we go.
Damn, what the fuck? In the hot, dude.
Bro, you're lighting a cigar. You could probably just hold it out in the sun and it would light on fire.
I know. I wish I had a magnifying glass. Was that even the lighter getting hot? Or just at my hand in the sun right there? 108, dude.
Probably just hand in the sun. It's not that hot here, bro, but it's hot. I will say. We're at 93 today. Let's go. Let's go. Bruh, there's this fucking, they put in a stoplight down the road from me, bro. Did I talk about this last week? So on the highway, about 1 mile down from me this way, between me and work. So it fucking sucks. But they put in 2 stoplights where it goes like this. Like there's mountain, and then there's a little bit of highway, and then it goes down to the river. And they've been blasting out the fucking rock. It's pure rock. They're blasting that shit out. And it's kind of cool when you get stopped there. You get to watch them blast rock and watch the rock come falling down the mountainside.
That's pretty sick.
But every time it's a 30-minute wait, dude.
Every time?
Every time.
That's
30-minute wait. Yeah, bro, it's fucked. But at the same time, I'm like, dude, it's like 1 mile away from me. Oh yeah,
Cheers.
How is it? How is it?
Cheers.
Cheers, bud.
It's a medium. The last week I had a light cigar. This week I can tell right off the bat, like heavier, like just
heavier.
a fuller, more full-bodied taste.
Does the smoke in your mouth, does it seem thicker? Can you like feel the smoke more, or is it just like the flavor of it is thicker?
The flavor.
Okay. But does the smoke burn? Is that the burn any different? Or I'm asking it a little early because
I don't know. Yeah, let me. I'm gonna have to like relight the end a little bit. But yeah, let me get it going perfect, and then.
But the flavor though is right off the bat. The flavor is heavier and more
right off the bat.
More robust flavor.
Damn, can you hear that in the background?
No.
Is there the buzzing of the AC?
Oh, is that mine? My fan?
No, it's mine.
Oh no, I can't hear shit. Can you hear my fan?
I can't tell if it's my AC or your fan. I'm gonna turn mine off. Hold on. It's pretty annoying.
No. I can't hear shit.
Well, I mean, I can hear it in feedback through the mic, so. Did you hear that? Oh, he froze. Okay. Well, let's get this cigar lit. Dude, you want to know something insane?
Yeah.
It's 108 degrees out here. And my sugar on my little creme brulee is already melted.
You don't even need the fucking lighter for it.
No, dude. That
is hilarious.
1 sec. I'm going to post a link on Instagram real quick for all of our fans to let them know that we're live right now. And
let's go.
I'm not gonna smoke nearly as much of that cigar as last time.
Oh yeah, quick update on the trailer. Right here, I'll show you right here. I just got this today. Came back from the courthouse. I'm official. I am the proud owner of a Where does it say this? Where's the title? Or I mean the bill of sale. Oh, okay, maybe that. Oh no, that comes in the mail later. But look, I am the proud owner of a 1971 motherfucking
vehicle registration.
Temporary. It's about to be a vehicle real quick. 1971 Barcraft modular mobile home. And that's the temporary that's the temporary sticker. You got so that 1971, baby.
The wheels work?
Oh, I don't fucking know. We're gonna find out, bro. I mean, they're axles, so they're not really like. All that the guy's gonna do is he's gonna show up, pop it up, throw the wheels on, grease the axles, and we're hitting the road. That's it. Like they're axles, bro. It's like a train axle. That's what it is.
I'm gonna do this real quick. You ready?
Oh, what the hell is this?
Uh-oh. We'll wait for Justin to get back, and we're gonna make some creme brulee. 108 degrees out right now. There he is. He's back. Okay.
That's my bad. Dude, I just got a fucking auto fucking scam call that said Zoom meeting.
That's weird.
Hold on one sec. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Technical difficulties. I'll do a little dance. Pop, lock, and drop it. Aikido. Oh, I'm out of breath from the cigar. Let's check who's in the chat. Let's say what's up to people.
Hello?
Nobody's in the chat. Okay. I can hear you.
Yeah, it's coming through on my fucking phone, not my headset.
Turn your headset on and off.
How about now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Ah, so loud.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna glaze this creme brulee real quick.
Let's go with that glaze, baby.
That's a flame. Please don't ban me, YouTube. It's just for scientific purposes.
This is a chemistry channel.
Oh shit! Ow. You know what's crazy is that normally this will like glaze and harden up, but
It ain't gonna harden up.
It's so hot out right now. It's not hardening. So
that shit ain't gonna harden.
It's just a soup.
But let's take a look at it. It looks pretty nice. Oh, bro, also, I am almost out of your business cards to use as crutches. Oh hell yeah,
It's
baby!
just a soup, dude.
Get a
But,
big,
yeah.
get that big claunch.
Honker. Mm.
He got the honker.
Mm. Creme brulee.
What are we giving that out of 10?
10 out of 10 Costco creme brulee.
10
And
out of
cigars.
10 Costco creme brulee and cigar. Oh yeah. How's that changed the mouthfeel or the mouth flavor? Taste profile is what I meant to say.
Yeah, I used to smoke weed in the past.
Bro, you're blowing fatios, bro. That shit was
Dude,
sick.
I keep feeling like there's a bug like running up my leg, but it's just sweat dripping down my leg.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Is that hot?
It's not that hot, but I'm sweating.
Is it the cigar?
No, it's just hot out here. I mean, I just got off my motorcycle too, and I had pants and a jacket on. So
Gotcha. Your body wasn't able to cool itself via sweat, so it's catching up.
I mean, 108.
Dude, that's fucking crazy, dude. And I don't see any wind behind. Oh, I see a little bit of wind behind me. Is there a breeze?
No, small one. But yeah.
That helps.
What we got on the table today?
Bro, we got a lot of shit, bro. I got a lot of shit today. I came fucking over prepared. And a
It's
lot of
about
it,
time.
I don't know if you want to talk about it on the top or at the bottom, because I got basically like two things. You know, I got the standard astronomy, science, news, and theory. Which I kind of want to spend more time today on, because I feel like last week I just like used those up. I should have saved them for this week so we could have talked about them, because I saved those for the end.
Let's start with that real quick. I gotta talk about the meteor shower.
Yeah, let's go.
Dude, so we went up to this place called Leak Spring Lookout, which is a fire lookout on top of this hill. 360-degree panoramic views. And this was Saturday night. We had stayed in a different spot Friday night because I was going to shoot, but whoever like loggers were out there, they like literally bulldozed this whole shooting range people had set up, and like cut down a bunch of trees and just like ruined everything, destroyed all the targets, everything. And I was hella bummed.
Oh my god,
it was a dope shooting range. You've probably seen it in some of my videos.
I've seen them in yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
So they just bulldozed the whole thing, and like it was just like a foot and a half of just soft dirt now. And so we ended up going to a different place Saturday. Lake Spring Lookout. Dude, I ate some mushrooms up there and watched the sunset. Dude, you could see all the way from atop the mountain in the Sierra Nevada mountain range, all the way across the valley to the coastal mountain range. And we watched the sunset. Awesome sunset. Like it was straight like dark on the ground, and then like fire orange, fire red, and then above that Milky Way. And I was high vibrating. These two deer came in. We're in my tent, right? Well, so we watched the sunset on the fire lookout, not at the top. They had the very top locked out, but we were like 3/4 of the way up, so we're up above everything. We go in my tent. We're chilling in the tent, and these two deer come up, and they're feeding like 10 feet away from us, just hanging out there. And they hung out there all night. And so like I was shrooming, looking at the stars. Their deer just hanging out right next to me.
Damn.
Like there's like the orange and red contrast straight into the Big Dipper. And in my line of sight, dude, it's deer, sunset, Big Dipper, meteor straight across the Big Dipper, dude. It was so sick, dude. It was epic.
Fucking let's go.
It was so
dude.
epic. And then, dude, we saw a huge meteor. It was red, and It was low and it was slow and it had a huge tail on it. And it was just across the whole sky. Massive one, dude. Massive one. And then we were able to like look at the stars and see a few meteors and for like an hour and a half to 2 hours. And then the full moon came up and then
that ruined it.
And then once that was like up in the
ruined,
it kind of ruined everything. You could barely see any stars. Like,
but then you got a dope ass full moon, which means it's like daytime and nighttime now.
Yeah, that was cool. But like you went from seeing the Milky Way to seeing like 5 stars in the sky because it was
right.
I was reading it's considered one of the brightest moons of the year. So
yeah, man. But the universe put the high beams on you real quick.
We also saw Starlink too. There was like 60 satellites in a row, just like in a belt.
My boss saw the same one when he was out there. 50. He said 50 in a row.
Yeah, probably it was a bunch. One. I didn't count them, but it was a lot. It was like a train across the sky, just and it was going for like a few minutes, like just nonstop. Dude, I remember going up with my dad camping, and occasionally we would see a satellite in the sky growing up. He'd be like, "Oh, there's a satellite. Do you see it? One satellite the whole night." When I was up there this weekend, it's like anytime I look up the sky, there's a satellite. Minimum of 3. Like I'm always seeing a satellite moving in the sky now because there's just so many.
Yeah, and I would be upset about that, for in terms of like ruining like nighttime astronomy. But once you're zoomed in and you're looking at the object, it doesn't matter. It's just if you're going out there to look for that type of thing and you don't want to see any man-made like intervention in your communion with nature, and then you're just sitting out there and you see a bunch of satellites and it pisses you off, like I understand that. Like I totally get that. It. No, I like it. I love it. But there's a lot of people around up here in Montana where it's like, my boss, he didn't say that he was bummed or excited about it. He thought it was kind of cool. But there's a lot of people out there, they're trying to get out into nature away from man and like be on their own. And then they look up in the sky at night and they see signs of man just streaking across the sky, and it's a little depressing for them, which I can understand. But I don't take that view. I take that view as like that's progress. I love that shit. That's fantastic. Just to catch you up on
the Starlink. No, there's like that's like another level to satellites.
Yeah, my neighbor has Starlink. I tell you that.
No, I thought you had it too, but you never use it.
No, I don't. No, I don't have it.
Oh, okay.
I can get it. My neighbor has it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they use it. It's crazy. It uses a lot of energy. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. So you normally see a single satellite. It looks like a small star. It's moving across the sky. Cool. But seeing the Starlink satellites move across the sky, it was another level. Like, dude, it was like a little dystopian. I felt like I was in like
Halo.
Yeah, for real. I really did feel like that because like I was looking up
around the earth.
Because like how you said, you're trying to get away from things. You're out in nature, and then you see something like that in the sky, and that's like some of the most advanced stuff human has made, right?
Exactly. It's crazy. The dichotomy is insane.
And they're fast. Those satellites, they move in the sky faster.
They're low and they're fast.
All the other ones.
Yeah.
So it was cool to see, but it was also weird to see. I'm not saying that in my opinion, a bad way, but it was weird, but cool.
Jarring.
Yeah. That's a great way to put it. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Because you're out there, you're in a certain setting, you're expecting a certain thing, and you're like, and then you look up, and like you said, you see the most advanced thing humanity has probably ever done yet, and you just see that out there. And but what that kind of, we're starting to prove a concept here. What, my dog?
No, dude, I'm puffing on it, and it dropped again.
Did it explode?
I got like 1 inch, dude, and it just like landed on my foot.
Shit. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go. I love this combo. I might circle back to that, but I just want to talk real quick about my my fly fishing trip.
Yeah.
So I went with my neighbor, the guy that has the Starlink. He's like, this guy's a fucking fisherman, okay? And I had kind of been like talking about it, because I know a lot about fishing. do as much fishing as I want to, just because I'm so fucking busy with everything here and like work and like, you know, just life shit. Like I don't fish as much as I would like to, which is the whole fucking reason I moved up here, which is crazy. I don't fish as much as I should. But so it's been a while since I went out with the fly rod. I've been doing a lot of, you know, spin reel fishing. And so I haven't really been doing any maintenance on my stuff. So like he hits me up, or like I come over, he cooks dinner, or his wife cooks dinner. They pour me some fucking McAllen 18 or what?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And fucking dude had the little spherical ice in their freezer in their fifth wheel, bro. They are legends. And he's like, we're sipping, we're eating our burgers. Hey, no squeaky toys during the podcast, bro. So we're chilling, eating the hot dog, and he's like, let's go fishing. I'm like, okay, when? He's like, how about day after tomorrow? I'm like, holy shit, I work, but like I could do an early float. She's like, all right, let's get up at like 6 a.m. Let's float the river. I had to work at 2. So night before, so I'm like, yeah, let's go. And so day passes, whatever. I'm like, I got work. I'm doing shit now with the trailer. I was over there. I've been cutting trees down now. I got some trees down. It's been fucking so much work I've been doing.
At your spot there, you cut some trees down?
Oh, I cut down like 2 or 3 big trees at the front.
That's sick. What are you going to do with the wood?
Actually 4 trees. I'm putting in a pile, letting it season for next year. Nice. I'm going to let it season, let it sit there.
What type of trees are they?
One is a lodgepole, which is fucking fantastic, which I really did not want to cut down, but it's right in the way. Because that's the one that turned colors. All my other shit is evergreen. And that one lodgepole, which was right at the front, it was like the keepsake of like, because it turns yellow and gold in the winter. And I had to cut that one down because it's right in the way of where it's going to have to turn. That one probably about 50 feet.
Oh, they're big trees.
They're big trees, man. And the other one was bigger. And the other one had a split right in the middle, probably about 20 feet up. It split into 2. And that one's probably about 60. So it was like 40 feet of 2 different trees. So I had to try to cut it. And it was, dude, it was the hardest cut of my life. Like, it made no sense because half of it is leaning off this way, half is leaning off this way. I need it to go that way. And it just like, it did not work. So it fell in the wrong position. I'm having to like chop the fucking shit out of it because I was planning on just felling the trees and cutting the stumps and then having the guy pull in. First tree fell exactly where I wanted it. And then the split one, and that one is just I think that's just a ponderosa. And then it's like right in the driveway, right where the guy's going to pull around. It fell right in.
Damn.
So, yeah, that one fucking sucked.
You need to get a planer.
I do.
So you could just use those trees for your house right there.
I had a chainsaw mill on order through Amazon, but it never came. And then I went to go order another chainsaw mill on Amazon, and they don't have them anymore.
Oh, shit. That sucks.
Yeah, dude. It's like $80 for a chainsaw mill for my size and everything. I could have just ran that shit right along it and just fucking like stripped into fucking. I could have had some massive beams, bro. I could have some massive beams. But I think it's all just going to be firewood now, which is great. I mean, Ponderosa is good. Lodgepole is fantastic firewood, bro. It's the perfect medium of like light wood where it's easy to chop, but it's dense enough to where it burns a long time. It's perfect. It's perfect. It's a perfect tree. So I'm excited for that tree because that tree itself is a cord of wood. Each tree is about a cord, you know, and I only used 2 cords this last winter. So those 2 trees that I cut down right there are going to be enough for the winter after this one. And I've already got a pile because I went down to the mill that's shutting down. Anyway, I got way off track.
There's just a bunch of free wood there.
Yeah, I've done 2 loads so far.
That's sick.
Yeah, bro, I got hella firewood now, bro.
Why is the mill shutting down? I was supposed to go up there and get a job.
I know, bro. I don't know. Maybe it'll come back. That thing has shut down and come back before.
Okay, maybe I'll buy it and open it back up.
It's just the owners, like the group of owners. It's always gone through. Like, I think the last time it was independently owned was like the 1950s. and then it just gets bought out by bigger like lumber corporations in the area, you know. So I wouldn't be surprised if right after Idaho Forest Group sells it, if another Montana-based company or even a Wyoming-based company or even Washington-based company comes in and buys it. I wouldn't be surprised. So,
dude, speaking of wood and custom products, dude. So, like, I'd moved a couple.
oh yeah, your baseball bats.
I'd moved a couple places since the trailer, right? And I had one of my bats here in the garage just sitting in a corner and it was buried and I'd forgot about it and I hadn't swung it at all this season. And so I was like doing some cleaning in the garage and I found it and I ended up taking it to my baseball game on Sunday. And this thing's a beast. It's got a thick handle, fat head on it. It's made out of ash, but this is the first time I've ever swung any of my custom bats in a game. I've hit with them in the cage, but the first time in a game, dude. I went 4 for 4, 2 singles, a triple, a double, and a walk. Dude, every time I hit the ball, dude, absolute ropes, dude, rockets off the bat. Dude, it was the best feeling ever. Like, dude, I made a bat from scratch. I didn't cut the wood, but I made it from scratch and I just was raking with it. So it was a good feeling. It's pretty sick.
Dude, that's fucking awesome. So speaking of, I'll get back to my story, but I'll transition again because equipment in use. So I get out there with my dude, like okay, let me back up again. So the night before, I had been cutting trees down. I was like, get the fuck out of here, bro. Get the fuck out. No, get over there. Stop fucking with me, bro. It's probably got a piss or shit or something, but I don't care. Anyway. Night before, I've been cutting logs. I'm tired of shit. Like, I get home from work at 10 p.m. and I'm supposed to go out fishing 6 a.m. So I'm like, dude, I gotta fucking check my rod and reel and my line and everything, make sure it's good before I go out because I haven't looked at it since like last season, basically, like for the fly rod at least. And so I like get the fly rod. I like take the line off. You know, I'm fixing it up. I put a little oil in it. Put the line back on, spool it up. Fucking get it all fucking put together, get the fly that I want to start out with, get that one on there, get it all, get the tension up so it's just all set and everything's ready to go. So morning comes, fucking 6 a.m. I fucking walk over to my neighbor's house. We get the boat loaded up in his truck. We both drive all the way down to Paradise. I park my truck, I get in his truck, we drive up to basically back to our house, and then we put in. And he's like, you know, this is I told him, I was like, hey man, I haven't like really fly fished since last spring or whatever, or since last fall. And he's like, yeah, that's totally fine, you know, whatever. And then so he starts rowing out from the boat launch. This is the beginning of the trip. And we start seeing some little rocks with the drop off, little, you know, obstructions in the water, which that's what you want to hit. You want to like throw the fly. You want to have the fly float over those little rocks that you see because they'll come up out from under the rocks and hit the fly. And so I'm like, perfect. So I stand up, I get my rod out. I take the fly off of where I had it preset the night before, let out some line, so I can start my cast, let out some line. And then as soon as I go to cast, the reel itself disassembles and half of it falls in the river with all the line. So the line is now just being drugged to the bottom as
all
we're
tangled.
Floating. Yeah, as we're floating, the metal reel goes down. And this is a Walmart reel. And this is my fault for even like, well, it's my fault on multiple levels, and I'll explain. But so fucking anyway, he's like trying to drop the anchor so that I can get the shit back. And I'm like, dude, I'm telling him at the same time, like, dude, this is not actually an expensive reel. I don't even know if this is worth recovering at this point. He's like, you got to at least get the line. So I'm like, all right, fine, you're right. So I started pulling the line in.
Just so it's not litter out there in the river?
Exactly. Yeah, so I start pulling the line in and get away, get out of here. And I start pulling the line in, and then we see the reel. So I'm like, okay, if I can get the reel, that'll be good. So I'm pulling it in, try to get the reel. It's just not coming up, bro. And at this point, so this float is an hour float, and the prime time fishing is right in the first, is right where we're at. And so basically I botched the entire first 10 minutes of the trip trying to recover my fucking rod. Because the other thing is that this is a drop off, so you can't really put the anchor down because it's really shallow and there's a bunch of rocks, which is perfect. And then it drops off and then you're in the middle of the river. So he couldn't really drop anchor and stop to get the thing. And so it was just kind of a horrible start to the trip. And then, so I do finally, I recover the reel, put my rod away because that thing's done, pull out his rod. And I'm like, all right, perfect, man. This thing is dialed. We're good to go. No problem. So I let out, same thing. Like we found a spot to put anchor down. So we got the other rod out, set it up. And then we pull anchor, start floating again. I go to cast this thing a couple times, let out some line. I cast it. Instant crow's nest, instant line tangle. It gets caught up. It's in the river. It's just spinning around. Dude, so anyway, basically, a lot of fucking bullshit went on in the first.
So you didn't even get a cast? Like a single one?
Not for the first 30 minutes of the trip, which is the prime time fishing. That's like we put in.
Yeah, it's the best time of day. Yeah.
The God zone. Yeah, 6 a.m. God zone is right when you start. That's when you get the fish.
It's nice and cool out.
Oh man, dude. And that's just like the river changes, the topography changes. So you don't get that same like prime time deal, that whole flow to the river. The river, and that's another amazing thing about the river float when you're fishing is you get to see, you're really paying attention to how much the river changes. The river changes constantly and you get to see it as it goes. But anyway, yeah, so I caught like 2 decent rainbows. That was it. Didn't get any bull trout.
Oh,
didn't get any.
You still caught some stuff.
Well, later on, yeah, but they were just like, they weren't like, you know what I mean?
Did you keep them?
No, they weren't keepers. But then, so we switch spots. I start rowing for him. So he's at the front now and he's casting. And, I'm rowing and I haven't rowed a boat many times before, like for another angler. So I'm trying to like angle it with the oars, like so that he's facing the right type of the shore so he can cast, So yeah. I'm trying to like angle the boat with the oars and I'm trying to like stop at certain places and row against so he gets more time. It's a very balanced, interesting ordeal going through that, like trying to like maximize fishing opportunity for another angler while you're rowing the boat. It's pretty fun, honestly. I like that part a lot. And so one of the times he stops and we're just talking, I'm like, I think I'm going to go over there. He's like, okay. And then I like go to like paddle the boat and I can do a big, deep, like big stroke and he's still standing up and dude just goes, whoop, whoop, just like back first into the water, fanny pack on, phone in the pocket, like worst case scenario, just like absolutely terrible. But his phone ended up being fine. We got him back in the boat. It was really shallow. It was really shallow where so he just stepped back in the boat. But he got totally wet.
What type of boat were you guys on?
It was a Zodiac. It was like a Zodiac, but it had an inflatable bottom where it had like rigidity and 2 solid chairs where you sit.
Yeah, that's cool.
But it was oars. It wasn't no motor. But you could probably put one on there. And then, we went a little farther down and I fucking did it again. I put him in the water again. Same deal. I'm like, hey, I think I'm going to go over there. He's like, okay, big deep stroke. Cause you're not supposed to do that when you're floating, when you're fishing. We're not on a raft. We're on a raft, but it's not like a fucking personal kayak. It's not like, ooh, ooh. It's like you're supposed to do little soft strokes and like position things and do things like finesse it. Yeah. And I was not finessing it. So I put him in the water again. So he fell again.
He fell twice.
He fell twice. But it's not like he fell, bro. It's like I moved the bottom of the boat so fast that he wasn't able to catch his balance.
It just like slips out from underneath you.
Yeah. So, because if you're not in perfect communication, that's just what happens, and so that's my like, that was a good learning trip. But I don't know if he's ever going to want to fish with me again.
You better go buy him a cigar and bring it over.
Oh, I will. I'm sure the relationship's fine, but that was my outdoors experience this week. And then I made it to work, bro. 10 minutes to spare, bro. 10 minutes to spare. So yeah, that was my morning, and then I did a full shift, and then I just slept until like 10 p.m. or 10 a.m. the next day.
Right on.
Are we doing a breaking news or an ad break?
I don't need to break. Whatever you had on your list, let's get into it.
All right, well, fucking shit, man. Breaking fucking news as of 4 p.m. And I'm gonna give this
PM.
4 p.m. This is right now. This is like right now, and I'm serious. Yeah, okay. And I'm gonna call it what I want to call it because this is what it really is. The Bernie Sanders climate/corruption deal has finally passed Joe Biden's desk. So it passed the Senate, it passed the House, and now Joe Biden has made it law. So this is the largest spending bill in history. Well, besides like the COVID shit, you know what I mean? Like, so this is the largest normal bill that has ever been passed. And I mean, it's called the Inflation Reduction Act, but it does nothing to reduce inflation. That's just like a fucking catch fucking phrase or whatever, right? But what this really is did you ever look into like Build Back Better or like what that bill actually was supposed to be? Like Biden's initial shit?
A little bit, but go into it.
Okay, so basically what this does is it's supposed to offset part of the deficit. Okay, so it's supposed to net $300 billion. So it's supposed to make money. So the major way that it does this is instituting a 15% corporate tax. So
a flat tax,
a flat minimum tax on corporations. And this just passed. Like, this is law now. This is happening. This is real. There is now a 15% minimum tax. And I'll get to the other stuff in later, but they close the loopholes that let you avoid that. So there is now a 15% minimum corporate tax rate in America. And the amount of money that is going to bring in annually is $222 billion. Okay, so that's a large amount. That's not a small amount. That's a very large amount. And I will remind everybody that back after World War II, so like between World War II and the 70s, the corporate tax rate was as high as 39% or 40%, I think. So this is nothing new, but this is where we're at now. So that's the first thing. That's the most revenue that they will earn is from that 15% minimum corporate tax rate. The next one, which this has a couple asterisks involved, but prescription drug price reform, which with that, and this is all based on, money that the government is getting as revenue. The price reform on the drug pricing reform supposedly will net $265 billion. And now that who knows about that? I don't know. I didn't look too much into that one. And that's probably less important because, I mean, I think what the idea would be is to try to decrease prescription prices from the manufacturing end to pass that on to consumers. But I don't know how that would result in government revenue. So I'm going to glaze past that. So let's just skip on past that one. The one that makes a lot of sense, the one that I am fucking so for, and this is Bernie Sanders in this bill. This is one that Bernie Sanders put in like hardcore. is IRS tax enforcement, which when you just read it, when you hear that, you think, what the fuck? That is fucked up. Exactly.
Thumbs down.
That is exactly right. Until you hear that in this bill, in this law, now law of the land, the stipulation on any surplus IRS tax enforcement funding only applies to investigations on individuals making over $400,000 a year. So that does not mean that the everyday average person is going to be getting investigated by the IRS. All of this additional IRS funding goes towards closing loopholes and finding issues with individuals making over $400,000 annually as gross income. So that's not as just straight, total net gain. It's not net gain. That's gross income. So that means like that's a different standard. So you have to make a lot of money to get audited like this. But that amount of funding for the IRS to, shut the loopholes and close in on these guys that aren't paying taxes and do all this sort of thing, that will net supposedly, and this is all theoretical. The numbers are theoretical. The laws are not theoretical. The laws are law now, but the numbers are theoretical. So theoretically, that will create $124 billion in revenue for the government because they're going to close these tax evasion loopholes and they'll be able to get that money back, essentially, 124 billion. Okay, so beyond that, the next one is they are closing the stock buyback loophole where there is no charge. So they are instituting a 1% stock buyback fee. So all those big companies during the bailouts, when they got all their money and then all they did was just buy back a bunch of their stock with the American tax dollars that they were given, that will no longer be free, which it shouldn't exist at all. And if it does exist, it should be taxed to hell. But there is now, at least, this is putting it on the books, there is now a 1% tax on there. So 1% tax on stock buybacks. And that will result in $74 billion. And that one's probably pretty accurate. That one, they could probably, that one's probably pretty close. And then the last one is loss limitation extension, 52 billion. I'm not sure what that is. Probably another, tax thing. So that's the revenue. And that theoretically totals $737 billion. Okay. If everything goes the way that the Democrat liberal people want it to go, that's what this would make. That's how much money, 737 billion. Now, that's the revenue raised part of the bill. The other half of the bill is the investments part of the bill. So the investments part of the bill, so they say the total revenue raised is 737 billion. Total investments will be 437 billion. Now, so these numbers, these ones are not adjustable and theoretical like the ones for the revenue raised, because revenue raised hasn't happened yet. However, total investments will start to happen now, since the law has been passed as of 4 p.m. So total investments, money will start being spent immediately on $437 billion worth of investments. And it's not going to all happen at once, but it's going to start happening now.
Like what? What are they investing in?
There's three big ones. There's really only two. And actually, there's really only one, which I think you might actually be a little bit okay with. And this is a catch-all term. And obviously, there will be more asterisks involved. Energy first, number one, 369 billion. So the lion's share, the vast majority of the 437 billion, $369 billion on energy security and climate change. So, and I have, and to follow up just that statement right there, I have 7 more pages to go into on just that part. But no, I'll make it digestible. I'm not going to read it all. And I'm sorry if this gets boring, bro. Tell me and we can move on. We can maybe do half of this podcast, half on the other podcast or something.
Keep going.
Okay. So energy security and climate change, a lot of that is going to be solar and battery grid storage, which means the electrical grid will be less prone to outages because we will have battery backup storage, which is incredible, which means so another thing that this talks about is mining lithium from the ocean for lithium batteries, because about, I think 80% of the world's lithium exists in the ocean currently, and it's enough to last mankind, like if you calculate it out, 1 billion years or something. Like there is so much lithium available. So that's part of that. So I don't know about so that's part of the energy security is like grid storage and like backup, stuff, which will bring down consumer prices for batteries because they're going to continue solar subsidies, which I'll get into in a second too, which is great for your solar industry. This is actually a solar industry article that I'm going to pull from here in a minute. So basically, besides the energy security and climate change, which is $369 billion, that's a fucking lot, is the Affordable Care Act extension as well. So Obamacare, $64 billion for healthcare, basically, just to put the money back in that was cut. So it's basically just putting it back to what it was. And then this is a shocker that it's noted. Western drought resiliency. So for the Western states, because I don't know if I'm sure that, you're aware, I grew up there, you grew up there, whoever's watching. Basically the entire Western United States is dependent on like the Colorado River basin, and there's very little control over who takes how much water. And there's a couple other river basins that play a part, but for the most part, the West is dependent on just a couple river systems, which is not good. So they're going to pledge $4 billion to Western drought resiliency, which is probably, I don't know what that means. I have not looked into that part. But that one is a joint committee on taxation, a congressional budget office estimate, and a Senate estimate awaiting on final CBO score. So that number, $4 billion, could go way down or it could go way up, like depending on who's in office and like how urgent they think the drought in the West really is. So, you live in the West now. I've lived in Montana for the last year. We've had the wettest spring in a decade up here. So I don't feel a drought. What about you? Do you feel a drought in the West right now? And how do you think, if that is occurring, how should it be addressed?
I showed you the temperature when we first started. It was 108 on my phone.
Like with the drought though, like what's Folsom Lake level at? I haven't checked Folsom Lake levels. Like,
no, I haven't been there in a while, but dude, it's only since it rained for like 2 weeks in December, and it's only rained a handful of times since then.
Are you kidding me?
Like 2 or 3, like not that often and not a lot. So,
dude, wow. It rained every day for most of April, and then May rained a lot, and then July was rain too. Or June was a lot of rain. So yeah, that means that the total deficit reduction on this bill is that we're going to gain $300 billion, apparently. So it's not a spending bill. It's a deficit reduction bill, which is why they labeled it Inflation Reduction Act, when it's really not have anything to do with inflation. It takes away from the deficit, so it doesn't add to the deficit. So that's why they're calling it Inflation Reduction. But really what it is Bernie Sanders' climate/corruption deal. Like, he's shutting down loopholes, and Bernie Sanders was the author of the Build Back Better climate portion and corruption portion, which are the main things that got passed. So, shouts out to my dad, Bernie Sanders, but he fucking he didn't get hardly anything that he wanted, but he did get the big ones, which is crazy. It is just crazy to me that they're going to start a 15% minimum corporate tax rate. That's insane. That is crazy, bro. Like minimum. What was it before Trump? What did Obama have? I think it was like 10. So he's upping it 5%.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I just got my passport renewed. I just got it. I'm going to take that. I'm going to El Salvador. Get all my money on the blockchain. All my digital transfers are going to be in Monero now. So no one can see where I'm sending and where I'm getting money from. And so they won't be able to touch anything. That's what smart money is going to do. Smart money is going to go on the blockchain and they're not going to be able to touch it. They can't just take it out of your bank account anymore. They won't be able to, they physically will not be able to take your money from you. They won't be able to take your assets.
But can they tax them?
No, not unless you willingly send money to them.
But if you don't send the money, can they take legal action against you?
Well, that's why I said in Monero, if you have Monero, nothing's public. There's no public blockchain like Bitcoin or Ethereum or anything like that. It's all anonymous and no one will even know. So privacy coins.
I mean, that's what everyone wanted Bitcoin to be, like, you know, but it became the opposite of that, like super traceable.
Yeah.
So
BlackRock's getting in Bitcoin. They announced that this week.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, they're starting to hold a position in Bitcoin.
They're largest. They're buying the dip.
They really are, dude. All the institutions are now like bullish on Bitcoin. And
are you kidding? What is it at right now?
I think it's around 24,000. But
so it came back up from. Okay.
So BlackRock, the largest asset management company in the world, they manage $10 trillion worth of assets, is now holding position and will be continuing to grow their position on Bitcoin.
Damn. Okay.
So
maybe I'll get in now. I don't have any money though. I'm spending all my money on this fucking trailer. I'm spending money I don't have on this trailer.
I feel like that's worth more. That's actually stuff you can use. But for them, if they're managing like vast amounts like that, but I think people should have money in privacy coins for sure.
Yeah, privacy coins. I can get behind that.
If you hold your own keys, as long as it's not on a central, centralized exchange. If you have your own keys, they won't be able to see where your money's at, or then if you need to transfer out of it, use an exchange that's not an American exchange like Coinbase or Kraken. You can use a VPN to get on Binance, or you can get on KuCoin, or there's countless other ones out there. And then you could just transfer it to a stable coin and then trade it for dollars or euros or whatever.
Dude,
there's
in the future.
There's ways that I know big corporations aren't going to be doing this, but for tech savvy early adopters, there's ways to hide your money and not get taxed on it.
Oh yeah.
So,
we'll see how things progress,
And I'm excited about that stuff because it's changing, dude. The monetary system's changing quickly too.
Yeah. I'll bet that if that 15% corporate tax rate, that's going to make Bitcoin prices go up.
And this have you heard about the Ethereum merge to Ethereum 2.0? So Ethereum is transitioning from proof of work. That's like each individual miners, they help process the transactions on the blockchain, to proof of stake, where proof of stake is you essentially put your money up and stake it to ensure governance on the blockchain, and that
from here on out.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
does
So
everyone have to buy in?
no, so it's all the developers have agreed upon the transition from proof of work to proof of stake, except a select few, and there's a select few that are looking to do a hard fork when this happens. And I think it's happening like in September, like September 19th. So it's a blockchain war. There's people that agree that are all for it, and there's people that aren't. Because the bad thing about proof of stake is that you can't have your own miner in your garage now or at home. The average Joe can't mine Ethereum anymore unless you have like a vast amount of resources and you run your own node. But in Ethereum, like you need that to run your own node, you need to have a large amount. I don't know all the technical details, but it's causing a run up, and people are calling it the triple halvening because it's also going to shrink the circulating supply of Ethereum in the markets, because people will be staking, and staking is essentially like, imagine putting your money in a savings account or a CD account where it's locked in and you're getting interest back on it. And so you're getting interest back, you're growing your position, but you can't use it. So, but that, because you're putting your money up, it's creating a more secure ecosystem for ETH 2.0. But
yeah,
because of that merge coming up, it's also pumping up the price of Ethereum. It's gone up from like $900 to almost 2,000 now.
It is interesting that the advanced technology is just falling back on the standard model of asset security, which is like interest versus the interest on both ends, like lending and non-lending. But I suppose that's really all there is. It's kind of a binary thing. You either have the money and you're lending it, or you need the money and you're taking it.
But that's why like decentralized cryptocurrency absolutists, they're against proof of stake because of what you just said, and it also it's not as decentralized as proof of work, or like Bitcoin. Bitcoin's proof of work, where anyone can have a miner, and anyone could do that, and it doesn't matter where you are on the planet, even if everyone else gets shut down, but you have the last Bitcoin miner, the network will still operate. So, decentralized absolutists aren't for proof of stake for that reason.
Got you. We'll see how it plays out, I suppose. So just to really quickly get back to what the solar end of that is going to mean, is that there's going to be tax credits for a lot of fucking shit. That's what that means. We get a 60% tax credit on, which is fucked. It's a lot of money. And this
on,
I'm just
what?
boiling it
60% on what?
I'm going to boil this down because there's a lot. I got a lot of shit and I wanted to talk about a lot of shit, but I feel like maybe this is more just like for a phone call between me and you, because people probably wouldn't be too interested. But it breaks it down to where, actually, I'm going to say this. I'll say this. Domestic. This is domestic. Solar hardware manufacturing. So this is you, right? Or not? Do you manufacture domestic or industrial?
I don't know if you would consider us manufacturing. We're more of assembling and configuring.
Gotcha.
We don't actually take raw materials and build. We get we source most of our material, it's all from overseas, so everything's built in China or Taiwan or somewhere else.
But I think that's why they're trying to put these tax credits on there, is so that it comes back, to make it for domestic. You know what I mean? So yeah. So this is saying solar cells, 4 cents per current watt of capacity. Solar.
Yeah, that's big because we don't make any panels here.
Yeah. It says solar wagers, $12 per square meter. Solar grade polysilicon, $3 per kilogram. Polymeric backsheet, 40 cents per square meter. Solar modules, 7 cents per direct current watt of capacity. For inverters, the credit would be applied per watt of alternating current. For central inverters, it would be 25 cents. Utility inverters would be 1.5 cents. Commercial inverters, 2 cents. Residential inverters, 6.5 cents. And I know that my inverter takes up at least 15% of my capacity. So if you're getting credits for residential inverters, and this is talking about manufacturing, this is not talking about consumer end things, but this just means that they're thinking about this stuff. And then micro inverters, 11 cents. Blah, blah, blah. The big one that I was going to talk about was the 60% tax credit opportunity. And that is where it affects us. It's like there is a 10% adder for solar power projects that sell their electricity via community solar projects to low-income individuals. If we add the 30% tax credit base, 10% for domestic content, 10% for being located in a former fossil fuel energy community, 10% for selling the electricity via community solar to low-income families, the tax credit could potentially reach 60%. So that's actually a little misleading. That doesn't mean that the average Joe has a 60% tax credit opportunity. That means that basically developers, that's like talking about developers. So that's not as exciting. But there are additional electro vehicle credits, electrical panels, and that's where we're going to have to pay attention. Is that the additional items are that there are going to be tax credits for electrical panels, heat pumps, many other items in the industry. So we'll see. We'll see how that plays out. But yeah, so that was pretty much that.
Well, can I switch topics real quick?
Fuck yeah.
So I hit up what's his name? Hold on, let me go back
to
Mr. Mudflood himself.
Oh wait, can we take a break where I can piss? I'm gonna take a break.
Yeah, hold on. Let me pull up an ad real quick.
Pull up that ad. Let me see that ad.
It's the first ad that I was able to pull up. Trouble Fitness Workouts. Get your today.
No, come here. Hey.
Thank you for that video from our sponsor, Tribal Fitness.
Let's go.
Dude, okay, so I showed you those messages, dude. I hit up the Bully Slayer, Mr. Mud Flood, Tartaria himself.
The man,
200,
the myth, the legend.
He has 217.5 thousand followers on TikTok, okay? And
Yes,
he talks about ancient history, a lot about the ancient civilization of Tartaria and the mud flood. And for listeners, what Tartaria is, or the idea of Tartaria, is an ancient civilization that had some advanced technology, and they got wiped out to a mud flood, and they were purposely covered up in a lot of instances by the powers that be.
When discovered.
And I was hoping to get him to come on and talk about it soon. So I had sent him the messages, and he said that he would be willing to come on our podcast and talk with us about it, because he was also a great resource to have to help us grow and someone to network with and get other.
And we can give him the platform of a long form conversation where he can really talk about his ideas and flesh out like that, rather than just a little quick snippet,
Right. So he said he had mentioned in the past that he was looking to start a podcast of his own, but he hadn't yet. And, it's hard to start on your own and just talk for an hour, but in the discussion, you have someone to spitball with and brainstorm ideas and flesh things out. But just now, just today, like as you left and I was pulling up his account to show everyone, this is what I discovered. So I got to find another way to get in contact with him, because I guess he was talking about things that the powers don't be don't want him to be talking about online.
No.
218,000 followers, and he's banned. So I know I gotta find another way to get in contact with him and hit him up and get on a call with him. Yeah.
Wow, dude. Yeah.
Just today, just got banned.
What the fuck, dude? That is bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't really talk about anything politically controversial at all, except unless for some reason people running these platforms think that alternative history viewpoints are controversial, which I mean, I feel like you should be able to talk about those things. You might be wrong, right? But you still should be able to talk about it, even if it's for just entertainment purposes. So I don't know. I find that kind of suspicious. I'll try and get in contact with him soon. I mean, because I think now would be great, especially for him to come on here and talk about getting banned. Now's the perfect time.
Oh yeah. Talk about getting banned.
Yeah, I don't know how I haven't yet.
How have we not been banned? Can you hear me? Sorry, shit was lagging out real bad there, bro. That's why I wasn't responding.
I can hear you.
Okay. Dude, yeah, that's the homie right there. We gotta figure out what happened, bro.
I'm gonna try and find him on like IG or Twitter. So hopefully I'll try and I'll keep you updated, but I think he lives in like England or Australia or something. So it might be a weird time. I don't know if you'd be able to hop on, or we'll try and work something out.
I'll make it work. I will make it work if we get a guest if we get him or Nikita. Oh, let's also do this. Are you down to try to get Nikita?
If you want to, yeah, I'm not gonna reach out.
Right, but you're down to talk to Nikita about maybe do an episode about like van life, alternative lifestyles, like kind of cater an episode. Would you be down?
That's cool.
All right, cool. That's dope. I will definitely reach out because I I haven't talked to her since. I mean, shit. I guess since she came over, but we've kept in touch on messages. So I'll send this little clip to her and be like, "Hey, come on the podcast."
and me saying,
And then
me saying no.
No, you said yes.
I'm not gonna put any work into it.
No, I know.
You can work on that one. I'm gonna work on getting my conspiracy guy on.
He's not a conspiracy guy, bro. He probably got some.
Tartaria. It's a conspiracy of why they're hiding the history of Tartaria. Why?
Oh, gotcha.
Like, here, have you heard of the Great Wall of China conspiracy in Tartaria, and how the cutouts in the wall are actually facing inward to China, to where you place your weapons?
Oh, to keep something in rather than out.
Well, okay, so they say that the Great Wall of China was built to
keep out the Mongols.
But when you look at the wall of the Great Wall of China, there's one side where it's like solid, and the other side where it has cutouts where you would like poke out, have your weapons right there and shoot your arrows and whatnot. But that side is facing the opposite way. That way is actually facing into China. So one of the conspiracy theories is that it actually wasn't how they say it was. It's actually built to keep the Chinese where they are, because that's the way where the cutouts are. So you could fire, and it's firing into China, not China firing out into Mongol space.
Gotcha.
Let me pull up a pic real quick, so to give a visual. And I'm not saying this is true. I really don't. That's just something I've heard. I don't know much more about it other than what the one sentence I just told everyone about. Okay, can you see that?
Yeah.
Okay, supposedly this. Can you see my mouse?
Yep.
Yeah, supposedly this side over where my mouse is circling is China. And so the higher side and these cutouts for weapons and other stuff is actually facing inward to China.
Really?
And then this side is Mongol territory. So, yeah. Like you can see, it's actually higher on the Chinese side and lower on the Mongol side.
Wow.
I find it, even if it's wrong, I find it interesting. What if that actually
can you walk the whole Great Wall of China?
You used to. There's lots of parts that are broken down and stuff is overgrown, but
I would fucking love to walk the Great Wall of China, do like Pacific Coast Trail, but like Great Wall of China.
Let's find out how long it is. How long is the Great Wall of China?
But let's fucking go to China.
I'm not. I'm gonna pull a hard no on that one, dude.
Why?
Not right now.
Why not?
I'd rather go to like Costa Rica or something.
How about Colombia or Peru?
I just got my passport renewed. China's not on my.
Oh my God!
Not on my top 10 list.
That's not right.
How's that not right?
13,000 miles? That's not right.
You know how big China is? It's on Wikipedia, dude. That's from Wikipedia.
The wall itself? Wait. Go on to the Wikipedia page.
I'm on it right here. Technical details. The Great Wall of China. Size 13,170.7 miles.
What the fucking fuck? Are you shitting me? The Great Wall of fucking China, bro.
You know what? I would
Wow.
love to. I would love
Look
to
up how many
see
people died building the Great Wall of China.
billions. I would like to see them unearth the pyramids of China, the ones that they planted all the trees over. Have you heard of those? You there? Oh, he's back. Okay. Have you heard of the pyramids of China? Hello? Can you hear me? Hello? Hello? I can't hear you. Can you hear me? Can you give it a thumbs up? I can't hear you. I can't. Can you hear me? Okay, well, I'm gonna talk. So the pyramids of China, they have pyramids there, just like the Egyptian pyramids, just like the pyramids in Mexico. But the Chinese government literally buried the pyramids in soil and dirt and planted trees on them. And this is what they look like today. And there's a bunch. There's a bunch of them. Oop, share screen.
I had myself muted.
There you go. I can hear you now. So here's what the pyramids of China look like now.
Oh shit!
They literally took their pyramids and they're built kind of like the pyramid at Teotihuacan. You know how it's not like to a point like the Egyptian pyramids, but it's kind of like a platform at top. But they literally buried them in dirt and soil and then planted trees over them.
Wow.
So they're underneath a forest now to hide their history or something. I don't know. But,
wow. Oh, so you think that was done recently?
Yeah, I think it was after World War II.
Oh wow.
No, there's like reports of them doing this and like pretty recently within the last century.
To hide it from like satellite imagery.
To do that, I don't know the reason why, but you can see like in this field there's multiple ones. Like these are young trees here. I mean, they're probably bigger now. But
wow. Holy shit.
And this is something like ancient history waiting to be unearthed, but they won't do it because of, government won't let you. They're literally hiding stuff for whatever reason that they want. I don't know the reason, but
cool, man. We should definitely go into pyramids on an episode. Like maybe dedicate an episode to pyramids.
Yeah, we did that in one of the early ones.
But we kind of did. Talked about Did we talk about moving the stones in the water and all that? Did we do that?
We had to have.
Okay. Well,
it's been a while. It's been a while though. We need to bring it back.
Dude, goddamn! I need to go back and watch these and see what we've talked about and haven't talked about.
Oh, let me.
I'll
be right back. Let me grab this book real quick that I've been reading.
Oh, okay. I mean, I got a bunch of shit too. Tribal fitness. Where's Bud at? There he is. Hey, Bud. Why don't you come up on here, Bud? Why don't you show everybody? What you look like? Come here. Come here, bud. There he is. Oh, just in time.
This book I've been reading. Have you heard of this? The Secret Teachings of All Ages by Manly P. Hall. So Manly P. Hall, he lived from 1901 to 1990, widely regarded as a sage and a teacher steeped in the wisdom of antiquity, was one of the leading esoteric scholars of the 20th century. In 1934, he founded the Philosophical Research Society in Los Angeles and continues to publish Hall's many works and pursue his educational mission. This book was written in 1928 and is a master encyclopedia of ancient mythology, ritual, symbolism, and the arcane mysteries of the ages. And blah, blah, blah. The rest is like publishing stuff on the back.
That sounds fucking dope. That sounds dope as fuck.
I bought this book a while ago. I actually heard of this book first from my barber over there by Subway in Granite Bay at Idle Hands. Bruce.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to Bruce.
Shouts out to Idle Hands.
I used to get my haircut there, and he's a former Army medic, and he fought in Iraq and Afghanistan. And he was around like where they had the museums and ancient temples there, and they were actually sent to like guard some of the ancient structures there and statues and all that. And he's a Freemason, and he's into all the ancient esoteric and occult stuff, and he's all tatted like everywhere. He's got like the seeing eye on his hand, just like full body tats. And I actually went to one of his Freemason meetings one time, but I didn't join because there was no one my age. There was a bunch of old dudes. but I got into talking about the occult with him. He's like, yeah, because I was already interested in Egypt and ancient history and stuff. And he's like, yeah, read this book. So I had this book for a while, but I just started reading it. And this was published in 1928. And in 1928, we've been talking about like the Younger Dryas impact theory. Oh, yeah. And how stuff is actually older than, and like Göbekli Tepe and stuff's actually older than what conventional historians have been telling people. And this book has like all that stuff, not that there was a comet or an impact event, but he dates stuff back to that time period. And this is from the 20s, which is pretty interesting. It's just a book that has a lot of information that I'm surprised to read from a book from 1928.
Yeah, so, dude. It just, the idea of having like the ancient knowledge, it goes back even as short as 100 years ago, man. They knew shit. It's like we look back on videos of them and they're black and white and we think, oh, they're just basic primitive people 100 years ago. They didn't even have running water a lot of the time. It's like, no, man, they're the same exact people that we are,
Yeah.
Smart ass motherfuckers.
But so there's like 700 pages in this book. Over 750 pages in this book. And a good portion of it is just connecting the dots between ancient mythologies and how a lot of them are like, they're all the same thing, just rebranded for whatever the culture and society is. So I'll fill you in more. I've only read 2 chapters so far. I read the one about Atlantis and I read the one about the pyramids so far. So.
Nice, man. Yeah, I'm down to just bring that in every week.
I might just hop on here at night, like by myself, and just like read, just read out loud.
Book club with Jordan.
I think I'm gonna start doing that now. I really want to get to 1,000 followers on TikTok just so I can do that. I could go on with a book and just read
live.
Yeah, I think that would be dope. But it's taking me forever to get there. Like, I know people that post one video and get 1 million, and just because they're hot, and then I post content and no one cares because I'm a dude. So whatever.
That's funny as fuck. Hey man, it's the way she goes. It's the what can you do? What can you do?
Dude, they're throttling me. I'm shadow banned.
Shadow banned?
Probably better this way.
On YouTube?
I think I'm shadow banned on everything.
We're going live on YouTube while we're shadow banned.
Yeah, I mean, dude, we only got 2 people watching right now, and one of them is my own screen. No, let's see. Oh, let's hit up the. Can I go to the chats? Can I see what's up with?
Let's go to the chat.
Go to the chat.
Let's close with the chat.
We got Nate. Nate said you forgot your snake. My buddy killed a rattlesnake in his backyard. And he brought it to work. And I was supposed to grill it up, but I don't have my grill at work, so I didn't.
Oh, bro, you got to get the snake, man. Goddamn.
I'm lazy. He should cook it, and I'll eat it. Kyle says, "Yo, bros, happy podcast. Let's get it. Good to see you, boys. I want to help you, Justin, in any way possible. I want to help you, Jordan, any way possible. Put me to work, guys. Let's create. Fire, fire, fire. Praying emoji. Flexing emoji. Nice. Jordan, you the champ. LOL, Justin and his dog. LMAO, Justin with his rod out. Hey, bro, you better put that away."
Ah, shit. I have my rod out.
That LOL, fanny pack in the water. He says, "Love you guys. Bring me with you for real, for real. Nice hair, Jordan. Nice beard, Justin. Free energy. Free our people. Keep going. I'm here. Smart money. Good. We need better money. LOL, Jordan on the monkey bars. Lit. Yeah, awesome. I want to do book reads as well. I'm here. Love you guys. Let's freestyle, bros." It's all from Kyle.
All right. Well,
shout outs to Kyle. Thank you for being the #1 fan.
Yeah, 90 days, bro. We'll get you on.
I think that's coming up soon.
Coming up soon.
So.
Well, shit. How long we been live? What are we at?
Been live an hour and a half.
An hour and a half. Dude.
I'm sorry I didn't bring much today. I've been pretty busy this week, and
no, that's good, man. I think I'm gonna save all this shit for next week. I'm gonna talk about this at the top of the show because I kind of sucked all the energy out of it by talking about politics, which I won't do again. I promise not to do that. That was a one-time thing, just because it's the biggest bill that's been passed like ever.
Okay.
But so, go ahead.
No, finish, and I got some. It's different topic.
I was just gonna say that, but I'll save I got some real big concept theories to talk about, and I want to dedicate. Oh, are you gonna? Yeah.
No, keep going. No, I just remembered a few things I wanted to talk about, but I didn't write down.
Oh, okay. Well, let's go.
So there's this ranch for sale, 210 acres. It's in Diamond Springs, and it's income producing ranch currently. It's got
cattle on it.
It does have a little bit of cattle, but it's got something better than cattle. Chicken. Can you guess what livestock that they have on it that's not cattle? There is a few heads of cattle, not that many. There's more of this other livestock.
Sheep.
Nope.
Goat.
Nope. Go more north. Think about animals north. Big free range animals.
Elk farm?
Nope, not elk.
Reindeer.
Nope.
Mule deer?
Nope. Bigger than all of those.
Moose?
No. It's not a deer.
A bear farm?
No, you're saying everything except the one.
What the fuck? Fucking I don't know what else you farm. What do you farm?
You guessed it. T-Rexes. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Dude, they have bison.
Oh
there's
let's
bison on this
go.
ranch. It's 210 acres. The whole ranch is enclosed by an 8-foot fence. And from the listing, it has it's income producing. I don't know if it's profitable, but it's for sale.
Oh, yeah, income producing.
But
That
yeah,
doesn't mean that it's fucking viable.
they do have a little bit of cattle there too, but they have bison. I think it said they had like 36 head of bison and then like less than 10 cattle, which you could, for cattle. I know my boy Scott Talley from Gilroy. I could buy some cattle from him and add more cattle to that. But dude, it's selling for $3.9 million. They just lowered it. They lowered the listing by $1 million. And it's a dope. Yeah, it's a dope spot. There's a house on it. It's not a big house, but it's like a nice house. It's small, but they just redid it and it's got living quarters. But what I want to get this for is so you know Liver King, right?
Of course.
Liver King, right? He's rich. He makes millions of dollars a month off his supplement lines, Ancestral Supplements. It's the #1 desiccated organ supplement brand in the world. And then there's Liver King, and then there's Heart and Soil, which is owned by Carnivore MD. They're friends, and they're business partners.
Really?
Carnivore MD, I believe, sources for his brand, his desiccated organ vitamins from New Zealand. Liver King owns his own ranch and has cattle on his ranch. And so his business is vertically integrated where he owns the land and ranch.
Oh, yeah.
And
he's got a monopoly on the system.
Yeah. So he makes like millions of dollars a month, and he's super popular in social media and everything. But what I would like to do if I had this ranch, because Liver King always talks about, eating the strong animal, it'll gain you more strength, right? Like red meat is king. But if we had a bison ranch and we could vertically integrate our own bison organ supplement line,
wow,
dude, to the moon. That's a multi-million-dollar business right there. If we could have a cattle or a bison ranch, and like, dude, one bison liver is going to be like this big.
Oh yeah.
you dry that out, you grind it up, and you put it in capsules, dude. That one piece of liver like this, you're going to make like 1,000 tubs of like small capsules of desiccated bison liver.
Bro.
And that's a market segment that's untapped. It's all for these desiccated organ supplements. It's all beef. There's no other
right
red meat animal where they're selling this. It's only beef. We could do bison, we'd be the first supplement line that has bison organs.
Dude,
and this is right down the street. And there's not that many, but not that many heads of bison there. But I just think it could be a huge opportunity. Because I was looking at a video someone did about his supplement line. You can go, there's tools where you can see Amazon businesses and how much they sell. And through Amazon, he sells like $2 million of his ancestral supplements each month. So that's gross sales. Dude, I'm just saying, dude, that could be a huge opportunity. I don't have $4 million to buy a ranch, though.
Yeah, me neither, dude.
But we already got
the
fitness brand, dude. We already got the tribal fitness.
We got the fitness
supplement
brand.
lines, dude. We already got the social media presence videos out there. Dude, we already got the brand name, dude. We're
on our way. All we have to do is convince a loan officer that our brand is worth enough to take out a $4 million loan against our brand name. Tribal fitness. That's all we got to do.
This week, I'm going to look into how to make desiccated supplements, like how they do it, how they powder and all that. Because even if we don't know the ranch, if I could I might just call them or try and find a source for bison liver and just get big bags full of desiccated bison liver and then.
Oh yeah, bro.
encapsulate it myself. Like, dude.
There we go.
But I saw that. I thought that was a cool opportunity.
Your entire oven.
I thought that was a cool opportunity on the whole ranch, like 210 acres. I also would love to like build a shooting range out there and then, let people like rent it, go do stuff there or whatever. Just have it for myself. 210 acres, and it's all fenced. 8-foot high fences to keep the bison in.
Damn.
But then I was riding home on my motorcycle and it was 108 degrees outside. And I was like, how are the bison going to live here? Dude, they're probably going to die of heat exhaustion.
Holy shit.
So,
yeah. All right. I'm down with that. That's a good one to put on the entrepreneur list. So we'll keep that one in the back pocket.
Kyle, if you're listening, I could put you to work. We're going to be gutting some bison soon.
And dehydrating some livers.
That was that. And then the other thing I was going to say, I got homework for everybody listening. If you want to learn about the true history of what has happened since World War II, you got to go home and watch the movie Iron Sky. Have you seen that movie?
Dude. Yes, that's a fucking awesome movie.
I watched that movie last night.
Most realistic interpretation of historical events that has ever been created.
It's about the post World War II and the dark side of the moon.
Love it.
And Nazis.
It was so good, dude. It was so good. It was so good. That's on Amazon, right?
It is on Amazon Prime. I watched it last night on Amazon Prime. Yeah.
Yep.
And then I don't know. This next week, I got tickets to go watch new Dragon Ball movie on Saturday. It comes out.
Oh, fuck yeah!
It comes out Thursday, but I'm going Saturday night. Or no, Friday. I'm going Friday night. And yeah, I was gonna go see it in IMAX, but because I was like, oh, dude, it'd be sick to go see Dragon Ball in IMAX, huge screen. But it was like $20 a ticket, and then I went to the movie theater closer to me, and it was half that for 2 tickets. So
yeah,
if I want to go see it twice, I can go see it twice. It's a cartoon anyways. Like, why do I need to see a cartoon on IMAX? Maybe I'll go see Avatar 2 in IMAX, but
definitely
for like a cartoon, I don't know if it would be worth it to see it in IMAX. So
right. Well, shit, that sounds fucking dope. I wish I lived in a fucking place that had a movie theater, bro. We used to have a movie theater. That just shut down. Not enough fucking demand, I guess.
Is everyone moving from there?
No, it's just everyone thought Hollywood was the fucking liberal media. And no one went and was watching movies.
What city was that?
Plains. We had one in Plains right here, down in the town.
How far is Plains from you?
It had 2 theaters. It's like 20 minutes.
Both of them shut down?
Yeah, bro. Well, there was two screens in the theater.
Oh, okay.
It was like they could show 2 movies at once, it was crazy. Like that. Dude, that's not a lot of places have that out here.
I used to work at a movie theater. I used to be a manager there for a little bit. I used to do some management roles. I wasn't like top dog, but they had me. I was more of a shift lead. But
right,
I could run a movie theater. We should open up a movie theater.
Dude, I was thinking we buy that movie theater. We just show porn. We show porn that we've shot ourselves.
Dude, I got lots of that.
I do too. Let's fucking go.
I'm down. Entrepreneurs, dude. We just need to talk about entrepreneurial stuff and how to evade taxes, not about how we're gonna get fucked by taxes.
We need to change the name of the podcast to the Quadrillionaire Mindset Podcast.
I'm down, dude. Let's do it. Maybe it'll get more heads, get more interest.
Maybe. All right, bro. I think I'm gonna fucking make some dinner and shit.
Okay. Peace out.
All right, brother. You have a good night.
I might drink next one, so I just rant more.
I'm down with that. I got some big-headed concepts for next episode. I'm saving these because I want it top of the episode. I want to get going on it, and it's great stuff. So it's like,
is it taxes
theoretical? Again? No. This is astrobiology.
Oh, you didn't even get into that.
No, I didn't, and I don't want to because at this point, we've been on the roll. Like, I want this to be fresh off top. It doesn't have to be off top. Like, I still want to like work the way into the podcast, but after bringing up taxes and doing all that shit, I'm just gonna say this for another episode. I don't know what you want to title this episode. Maybe this one's a bust. because I had to talk about taxes because that was a big one. So we might just write this episode off. I'm gonna save the good shit for the next episode. We'll separate it.
Okay.
How about that? All right.
Okay. And I'll keep you
All right,
updated. I'll let you know. I think when you stepped away for a minute, I was looking on my phone. I think I found that guy on Instagram. So I'm gonna hit him up, and if it is him, I don't know if it's someone just reposting his stuff, but there's a recent post from today. So if it is him, I'll let you know. I'll tell you to follow him too, so we could all hop in a group chat or something.
Okay, down as fuck, bro. He would be our number one get. Let's go.
Because I don't really know him personally, but like just to get someone
he's
with
on
that,
our shit. Like
to
that's
get
our
someone
level
that
of
reach,
shit.
you know, and it'd be
we're
cool.
both interested in that shit.
It'd be cool to just. I think it would be cool to just have like random people, you know.
Fuck yeah, bro.
So, yeah.
I'm down.
Okay, peace
All
out,
right,
dude.
brother.
Thanks for tuning in,
Stay
everybody.